Word wood, Semen Retention, and Body Gang. Coming back at you with another video. And in this video, I wanted to go over how semen retention opens up your heart. You could call it your heart chakra or whatever. But first, let me tell you something, man. I'm smoking on some mullen. Because when you do it like plumbing, when you working in the shipyards and different things like that, the coal mines, you better take care of your lungs, man. Especially with like plumbing, doing the galvanized, soldering, going up under these houses and stuff, all of that dust and dirt that's coming up in you, man. You gotta. I done seen some plumbers, man, with a lot of money, but had a lot of heart and esophagus problems just from the smoke coming from the soldering and stuff under the houses, man. You hear what I'm saying? And the reason I started thinking about that this morning was because I heard that Crazy Bone was up in the hospital for lung problems. And I promise I was just talking about the importance of mullein for the lungs and stuff, man. So I had to, this is for Crazy Bone. And all the plumbers, the coal mine workers that got the lung problems, man. Get you some mullein, man. You feel what I'm saying? Take deep breaths. But this video is about opening up the heart chakra or your heart, whatever you want to call it, the compassion, the understanding. All of that comes from the heart, man. So let me tell you, I'm from Watts. You hear what I'm saying? And the only white people that I seen when I was growing up was the teachers and the police. So the teachers, we didn't really care about them because they was teachers. We weren't trying to go to school anyway, so they out of it. So the other white people that we seen was police, and LAPD, and the whole story, how they do us and stuff like that. So I didn't look at white people as good, man, until I started practicing semen retention. You see, when you're not on semen retention and you just living your own life, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the devil's will. 9 times out of 10, the average person, especially in places like Compton, Watts, New York, Chicago, like Brooklyn, places like that, the Poke and Bean projects up in Florida, 9 times out of 10, we're going to be on a negative vibe, which means we're going to attract negative things. Not only is we going to attract the hood rats, the gangbangers, the dope dealers, things like that, we also are going to attract the probation and parole officers, the DEA, and all of these low vibing people. So when you get pulled over by the police and you vibing low, then you're gonna attract a low vibing police, and 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be a white guy. So a series of these put you in the mindset of white people is bad, and the same thing with the police officer too. He thinking that all of the black people in the hood is bad, which is fair, man, because it's a vibration that you're vibing on with the police when you're not practicing semen retention and you living in sin. I hope you following me. Now, when you're practicing semen retention and you live in God's will, because God's will shall be done, then you start attracting more positive things. There are people inside of these neighborhoods in South Central Watts, Compton, up in Chicago, up in Brooklyn and stuff like that, that are positive people that can help you vibe higher, that's either vegetarians or vegans or know about semen retention, your next door neighbor. But y'all walk right by each other because y'all are on 2 different vibrations. But once you become on that vibration, you're going to attract that person, that neighbor who I just talked about, that mentor type of neighbor. You hear what I'm saying? You're going to start attracting the police that is that is have understanding like you do, even if he's a white guy. You see, that's when I start changing my mind about all of this, and I started seeing this is a program. This is like an algorithm. They clone Tyrone. It's like the white people are programmed to hate me, and I'm programmed to hate them. But as I sat down with this white guy named Charles and see he was understanding like this, we were able to break it down as a white guy who was racist and a black guy who was prejudiced. You feel what I'm saying? We came together to talk about this, and we realized that it's the same damn thing. Okay, let's take a Machine Gun Kelly, or let's take an Eminem type of image type of white guy, right? Let's take them type, right? And let's take the guy that's up in the hood, the average, but let's take me, right? We can compare it just like me and Charles did, right down the road. Don't black people come from the projects? A lot of black people, let's just say, don't black people be in the project? Don't white people be in the trailer park? Don't you have black people that's addicted to crack and like cracked and came in and ruined the communities and stuff? Didn't meth do that to the white neighborhoods in the trailer parks and stuff like that? Don't you have gangs like Crips and Bloods, and they got all types of tattoos on their stuff? And right over there in the other cell is an Aryan brother with all types of tattoos, and you feel what I'm saying? Don't they have their motorcycle gangs like the Hell Angels and stuff like? And we went back and forth to see that we were both victims of something that probably ain't even a human, man. We put it like this. Me and Charles put it like this. Just imagine if somebody get all of the bears, the polar bears, the white bears, all the way down to the koala bears. You hear what I'm saying? And then they convince the white bear that it's better than the black bear. They convince the black bear that it's the lowest of the bears. They make the brown bear work. The koala bear, they turn that against all the other bears, and then one day the bear wake up and be like, we bears. We all bears. The white bear, the black bear. See, that's what semen retention allowed me to see, the social conditioning of even racism. You hear what I'm saying? The social conditioning of even racism. You will have some black people talking about what the police did to this black guy, and right around the corner, a black guy is selling crack to a pregnant woman. But the social programming says, don't look at that. Look at the police that does this. The same thing that the police do too. The police is social programmed to hate a certain group of people. Just like when certain people come overseas, it's like they already programmed to hate people like me, even if they look like me. He come from Zimbabwe, he's going to treat me worse than the white police. So semen retention allows me to see this and open up my heart chakra to say, one, Father, forgive them, for they don't even know what they do. They don't even know that they social program. They don't even know that not only did they clone Tyrone, they cloned Chad and Ian too. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, they cloned Enrique. They didn't just clone Tyrone. All of us is inside of this type of program. And when you start to practice semen retention, you start to see that program. You start to be able to break free from that program. Then you start vibing higher and you attract people. And you can't be racist no more because this white guy over here is saying the same thing that you saying. This Chinese guy over here understand you. You hear what I'm saying? But if you vibing high, if you vibing lower, then you're gonna attract the KKK. You're gonna attract the Crip in the blood. And these people that you attract being low vibrational although they might look different and they have different beliefs, at the end of the day, they're all going to treat you the same, because this is how low vibration work versus high vibration is going to still treat you in the high vibrational way no matter how you look, because you vibing high. You hear what I'm saying? When you vibing low, you're going to attract flies, horse flies. And horse flies revolve around feces. And when you vibing high, you're going to attract butterflies and bumblebees. And they revolve around flowers and honey and stuff like that. So when you open up the heart chakra, you get to see that this guy right here, he's programmed just like I'm programmed, man. It's about breaking the mental program, and that's one of the things that semen retention does. It breaks the mental conditioning that we was all conditioned with, and you start to see that even though this guy look different, he like fried chicken too, man. You get a guy from another race, man. I done did it so many times. We have so many things in common. I'm like, you like Martin? You remember Def Comedy Jam? And he'd be like, dude, you like Metallica? And I'd be like, yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Nirvana too. I wish Kurt Cobain didn't kill himself. He like, dude, you know about Kurt Cobain? And all of that other bullshit social programming goes out the window, man. Racism is a social programming that was designed by something that ain't even us. It's not a white guy, it's not a black guy, it's not a Mexican or Asian. And when you practice semen retention, you see that. You learn that. Why? Because the Mexican man that approach you is going to be just like you. What, you going to hate yourself? You going to kill yourself? It's going to be like yourself inside of somebody else, inside of this white guy. It's going to be crazy, man. Semen retention. Well, wormwood, semen retention, and body game. Don't forget, man, practice semen retention. It opens up your heart chakra. You forgive people because you start to see that they don't know what they do. And then you attract all the things that you represent, the things that you represent. You represent stank, then you're going to attract shit, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks to all the new subscribers. It just motivated me to spit out this game. The game is coming from the Most High. It's not even my game. It's y'all game. Y'all asked for it. And I'm just the vessel to bring it. Peace.